The day is tortuous for Jungkook. He was glancing at the door from time to time. The phone in his hand is now all black. His mind is in chaos. All he wants now is to talk with his husband a lot. They didn't talk for 2 hours and Jungkook can't wait for more than 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes ago Taehyung messaged that he would reach the house in 30 minutes. Why hasn't he reached yet? If there isn't any logic then two it's have way more logic to Jungkook. Mrs. Kim tries to cheer him up but nothing is making Jungkook's heart calm. He wants his husband anyway. The thing is now it's been 6 months since Jungkook got admitted into the university. He is thriving at university. His unique handsomeness, down-to-earth nature and sassy talk along with friendly behavior took everyone's heart. He is kinda sweetheart of the campus. Even the professor loves him a lot for his dedication to study. 6 months change many things. And one of the important things is Jungkook's feelings for this marriage. For the man, he is in love with the man so much that he himself doesn't know how much. He doesn't know the reason why he is in love with Taehyung. When he falls in love with him, maybe the time when Taehyung set a glass of warm milk on the table every night. Or when Jungkook's first exam was going on and Taehyung used to wake up till Jungkook completed cooking for him at midnight. He really doesn't know when he falls for Taehyung. It happened when Taehyung stayed up the whole night just because Jungkook had a mild fever. Whispering some reassurance word like mantra as if he is the one in pain. Or even after having numerous jobs to pick up Jungkook whenever he wants. Even after leaving them there is something more which can't be said by words. No word can express the way it feels. Those aren't any actions to share. Just some quiet moments. He doesn't know why he is in love with Taehyung. Is it because of the stare of Taehyung which makes him happy and beautiful? Or Taehyung's presence which brought him security and comfort, or just because it's the way Taehyung's and his heartbeat whenever they are around? Some questions don't have answers. Some answers can't satisfy the heart. So Jungkook left the questions and focused on the feeling. He knows if he should love Taehyung then he has to value time. He wants to make Taehyung fall for him. But what will he do every time he opens his mouth and says something which turned the situation into the exact opposite of how he planned from? The front door opened just after 20 minutes as Taehyung said. He didn't take a single minute extra but Jungkook can't help but sulk. He comes to Taehyung, takes his office bag and glares at him. Taehyung looked at his mother who just shrugged off his shoulder and again started watching the drama. Waiting for a real drama to unfold before his eyes. "You are late today," Jungkook said with a sulking voice while Taehyung sat beside him knowing very well his little husband was all angry. "I am not late. It's exactly 8:30 when I usually come back. We didn't have any commitments to return early also," Taehyung asked with concern. Until he remembers, Jungkook didn't tell him to come back early. Still he can't take any risk. Not when his little husband will be sulking around. That won't stop his blabbering but still smiley Jungkook is best. "Oh, yeah sure," Jungkook said with a dry tone and kept his gaze on the floor. "In mind, don't come this late. I don't like when you aren't around. I don't like when you are away from me. Please come early. You can work from home also. Your presence is enough. Why are you sitting here? Go and refresh yourself." Taehyung sighs and stands on his feet with a bewildered mind. Jungkook takes a glance at him and next moment sticks out his tongue. Taehyung couldn't see Jungkook's action. He would laugh looking at his cute husband's annoyed expression. Jungkook thought about sitting there. Didn't even look at Taehyung or talk with him but he couldn't. He followed him with a pout in his lips. Mrs. Kim sighs at her dramatic son-in-law. "Why are you sulking, Jungkook? What happened to you?" Taehyung asked, bewildered by the sudden change of the chatterbox. He is kinda quiet which seems too disturbing. Has anything happened in university? Why are you sulking? Did anyone say something to you? Taehyung seems visibly panicked by the sudden quietness of his chatterbox. His heart is aching with unknown fear. Nothing happened in university. What will happen? The thing happened in the house only. Taehyung looked bewildered. Until he knows Jungkook is the superstar of Kim Mansion while everyone is a fan of him. The maids, guards, bodyguards and relatives. They would always be fangirling around Jungkook like a teenage girl. "Why did you come so late? Can't you come a bit early? Don't you think there is someone who might wait for you? Who needs you? You always leave at 9 and come after 8. Don't you think it's too much time for working?" Taehyung came to Jungkook and hugged him tightly. Jungkook was sobbing so quietly. His milky face is all red by now. The tip of his nose looked more red. Taehyung's heart aches looking at Jungkook. He picked his little husband and came to the balcony where Taehyung placed a swing for Jungkook. Taehyung made Jungkook sit on the swing while pushing it from time to time. Say it, honeybun, what do you want? Taehyung asked with a sincere voice. The voice saying something more than just a word. Jungkook looks back and smiles at Taehyung. Jungkook is like this. A little bit of coaxing and he would forget all the pain. He would embrace the person who would hurt him. Tell me a story. About something which feels like a fairy tale yet real. I want to hear something from you other than, Taehyung laughed a little at the statement. He sits beside Jungkook and hold his hand. So let me tell you about a love story. A tragic one which will hurt a little bit but soothing enough to heal. Once upon a time there was a boy who was introverted. Doesn't play with anyone. Don't talk. It's not like he didn't want to, but he never felt comfortable enough. 13 years passed and he never made a friend. Then a tiny boy with a bunny smile came to his life. That 5-year-old tiny man brightened up his life like no one ever can do. Playing around all the time, spending hours with stories become their favorite thing. But after 4 years, when the boy goes to his grandparents' house and comes back, his honeybun is gone. Gone from this city. The departure was pure heartbreak for him. He lost his heart that day when his father came back and said there is no news of them in Seoul and Ilsan. Years passed and that boy grew up. He changed himself completely but couldn't just stop admiring the tiny little boy. The admiration turned into possession and possession led to something which is called love. Taehyung closed his eyes while Jungkook looked at him with teary eyes. Jungkook doesn't get emotional so easily. He can handle his emotions well. He would definitely won't cry hearing such a story. He wouldn't cry if he wasn't the protagonist of the story. He didn't say anything about the indirect proposal of Taehyung but kept waiting for Taehyung to finish the story. Years later, one day the boy's father came to the house and said he found the tiny boy. He has to marry the boy. That night the boy kept tossed on the bed waiting for the sun to rise. The wedding happened and the boy found everything in this world. Taehyung completed the story with a smile. Not a quietly smile, but a curved in his lips. Jungkook looks at Taehyung. The moment froze on an intense moment. Outside the drizzling rain, a faint fragrance of flowers. The cold breeze keeps passing them. And in the swing both people lost in each other's eyes. Taehyung leaned a bit. Jungkook too followed the action and closed his eyes. They can feel each other's hot breath on their cold cheeks. But before the serene moment came to a conclusion, a heavy sound broke the haze. Both Taekook move away awkwardly. Jungkook is sitting in the swing while Taehyung stands up abruptly. The call for dinner comes as the villain of a love story. I am going to change. Taehyung left from there hurriedly while Jungkook pouted and opened the door. There stood the oldest maid with her soft smile. But watching the cute pout on Jungkook's lips, she gasps. Before you ask me what happened, let me tell you something. You did something really unforgivable. Who knocks at the right moment? Do you know how painful it is when you are literally $euro times P registered pi $T at registered but your husband doesn't bang you? You would never know, Jungkook said and left dramatically while the maid stood all red at the door. Jungkook is shameless, but she didn't expect this much. After the confession, things went too smooth for the couple. Taehyung returns at 6 knowing his baby husband will be pouting for almost 2 hours and sulking for days. And Jungkook would complete his study before Taehyung returned. He wants to spend time with his husband. Right now both Taekook are watching a movie while cuddling. Jungkook was flirting with Taehyung and Taehyung was all quiet. Like, what should he say? He is getting teased by his husband. His husband opened, objectifying his body. The thing started from the day Jungkook witnessed Taehyung in the house gym. His virgin eyes get blessed by the scene. This is what he said just after checking out Taehyung. Taehyung was so embarrassed by Jungkook's perverted smirk that he hid his face with a mask. You know you should be in a K-drama. Something only made for me. If I ever become a producer, I will make sure to shoot one for you. And trust me, there won't be any clothes for you. A walking hot FC King 7-star meal. Jungkook said and winked at Taehyung, who just sighs at his husband. He can't even say anything as Jungkook suddenly turns into a pseudo-feminist claiming it's his right. Yeah, I should shoot one with the producers. After all this kind of film, I can't shoot alone. Taehyung teased Jungkook, who smiled brightly and nodded his head as this is something he was waiting for. The thing is complicated here. Jungkook knows how married couples live. They surely just don't take care of them physically. They actually ruin them also. And Taehyung seems like a saint here who wouldn't touch Jungkook with own will. This isn't for physical need but for emotional connection. He needs something more than understanding and caring. Also, the silent love can't help with the situation. You know we will surely make a great movie. Tell me one thing properly, why don't you smile? Jungkook asked and Taehyung looked at him for a second. I do smile and laugh. And all the time it's with you. Taehyung said sincerely while Jungkook could feel the sudden heat on his cheeks. He lowered his gaze and smiled shyly. What an absurd day. I never thought that I would have to say something like, I am shy, but here I am saying it. He left a huge sigh as if his chest was aching with everything harsh. Taehyung just looked at his dramatic husband. Now he understands why his father always gives up in front of his mother. Let's sleep. You have the last exam in 2 days. After that, free for 1 month. Taehyung said with a soft voice while Jungkook smiled widely and nodded his head almost. Immediately, I am missing EOMMA a lot. After marriage I couldn't go to the village. Jungkook said and yawned and rested his head on Taehyung's shoulder. Taehyung looks at his beautiful husband for how much time he doesn't know but surely can spend a lifetime by looking at the prettiest male beside him. Jungkook slept like this while Taehyung picked him up and laid him on the bed. He took his own time to admire this beauty. His beautiful husband. After 3 days. Exam finished. Cookie is flying in the sky. Wow. Jungkook ran to the living room and hugged Mrs. Kim who is standing eagerly like Jungkook is coming after ages. Jungkook smiles after breaking the hug and kisses Mrs. Kim's cheeks. Mama Cookie is too happy. The exam is tiring. Cookie's pretty hand hurts a lot. Oh my baby. Don't worry, I am taking an appointment for a massacre. My baby needs a good massage. Jungkook pouted and shook his head. He sat on the couch while one of the maids brought a glass of banana milk. Jungkook took the milkshake and sipped it. What's wrong, baby? Mama, I don't want anyone to see my body without my hubby. Okay, just tell me one thing. Aren't I handsome? Mrs. Kim nodded almost immediately. Her son-in-law is the most handsome boy. Aren't I beautiful? Mrs. Kim again nodded his head, feeling like crying, witnessing the sadness in Jungkook's eyes. Then why does my hubby stay so far away from me? Like, come on, look at the gorgeous me. How will I know about that, baby? Maybe he is quite nervous because you are a baby. Mrs. Kim couldn't say much. She is all red by embarrassment but she can't see Jungkook sad. 21 years old baby, Jungkook said with a sigh. Isn't it, he is quite big to be a baby. What should I say? Kim, come home early for your better life. Don't be late, otherwise I will kill you. No need for that, you will be a widow if you kill me. Taehyung said while walking inside. Jungkook takes a quick glance at TV and adjusts his hair by reflection. He sat on the couch properly holding the glass gracefully. Here bunny, for you. Taehyung passed the large box of ice cream and a cake. Jungkook took them with a smile on his lips. You said you were missing mom. So we are going to the village, but before that we have to go to Busan city. I have a meeting there. After the meeting we will go. Is this okay with you? Jungkook jumped on the couch and hugged Taehyung tightly, who caressed his hair while his cheeks were kinda pink. Mrs. Kim looked at Taehyung with a smirk while Taehyung just shook his head a little. I am all okay. So many days passed I didn't see my EOMMA. I will go there. Finally we will go there. I will show you the beautiful lake where I often take baths. Then I will show you the beautiful waterfall. And then, I will take you to my favorite spot. All day we will explore the village. It will be fun, you know. Jungkook keeps blabbering while Taehyung listens to none. It's not like he didn't want to, but the moment his eyes landed on Jungkook's ethereal face he couldn't focus on anything. He isn't staring at Jungkook but reminiscing every curve, every twinkle in his mind. Jungkook huffed a little and ran to his room to pack his things. Buy gifts for everyone, Tiger. Mrs. Kim was reminded with a soft hug while Taehyung nodded his head and hugged back. I will, Mama, let's check the bunny. He would pack anything out of excitement. Taehyung said while Mrs. Kim nodded her head. Taehyung left for their bedroom. Taehyung and Jungkook came to Busan and rented a hotel. Taehyung needs 2 days for his work. Then he is free for next week. Right now both Taekook are eating dinner in one of the restaurants. Taehyung is listening to all the things his little husband is saying. You know hubby, I can cook delicious food. But mama never allowed me to cook. You will love them. One day I will cook for you. You will love the food. Jungkook said, shoving the rice cake in his mouth while Taehyung wiped his lips tenderly. You will cook, but not now. You are still a baby. First, grow up a bit and then you can cook. Taehyung's words offended Jungkook a lot. Jungkook being a good cook, the decline seems offensive. He pouted and glared at Taehyung. Okay, sorry. You are older than me. Now happy? I am not a baby. All are saying baby baby baby. Seriously, I am sick of all this. He said and stood up outside without caring about the rain. Taehyung also ran behind him. Thank God he paid for the food before. Taehyung ran and held Jungkook's hand, who was all drenched by the rain. Honeybun, you will catch a cold. Maybe worse fever. Come with me. Jungkook looked at Taehyung with moist eyes. By the rain, Taehyung surely can't see those tears, but he can feel his honey bun crying. He cupped the cold cheeks and brought Jungkook closer. Don't touch me. Everyone says I am a baby. Am I a baby? You don't love me, and when I share with mama she said I am still a baby. I love cooking but can't do this because I am a baby. You don't even look at me like I am someone desirable, and Hina, one of the maids, said I am still a baby. Not someone to be desired but loved. I am not a baby, Taehyung. I am a man. I'm a 21 years old man. Who knows everything. Why don't you love me like every husband does? Why don't you touch me like you should do? I can sense your love but can't feel it. You always draw an invisible line between us. A line which I can't cross. You love the 5 to 8 years old Jungkook. But I don't love the 21-year-old Jungkook. Jungkook said harshly while tears kept pouring down from his eyes. He sniffed and looked at the other side while Taehyung forced Jungkook to look at him. Don't look away, honeybun. Please, I am begging you. You were never unloved by me. 12 years old Taehyung loves 5 years old Jungkook. 15 years old Taehyung loves 8 years old Jungkook, and 28 years old Taehyung loves 21 years old Jungkook. I love you, Jungkook. A lot. Trust me or not, but nothing in this world matters to me but your happiness does. You always used to say you didn't want this marriage. Then you accept it. You accept me. And I thought to give you enough time to accept something physical. I know it's foolish, but I think you need time for the next step. And I certainly know my nature. I know if once I touch you I will never be able to control my urge. Taehyung said with a huff. He looked at Jungkook for something, maybe a slap or punch, but Jungkook started walking away. Taehyung starts following him like a lost puppy. He keeps saying sorry until they reach their hotel room. But Jungkook didn't even glance at Taehyung. Taehyung had enough. He pinned Jungkook on the door after locking it. Stop this ignoring game, honeybun. It hurts here. He pointed at his chest while Jungkook looked away. Taehyung shoved his face in Jungkook's neck, sending shivers down Jungkook's spine. Don't ignore me, please. You don't know how much I crave for your presence. Please, honeybun, I am sorry. Sorry for everything. I hate the fact that I am the reason for this sadness. Taehyung pleaded while Jungkook sobbed slightly. Taehyung hurriedly backed away and cupped Jungkook's face. He didn't take a glance at the room, which was decorated by candles and fresh flowers. Jungkook informed the hotel staff about it before going out. He planned all this for something, and here they are doing something else. I give you a lot of hints. They were not for intimacy but also for my love. I know I talk about irrelevant things, but I love you a lot, hubby. I don't remember much about you, but I love you a lot. Jungkook confessed his feelings, and he never thought it would be like this. I am sorry, my love. I am sorry for every incompetence of mine. I am sorry for everything. Taehyung too sobbed with Jungkook. Both were crying, and not a single person wanted to break that moment. But they have to. Taehyung picked Jungkook in his arms and started going to the bathroom. He didn't take a glance at the room, which was decorated for something unholy, something romantic. Let me wipe away every complaint from your lips. Taehyung opened the door and found the bathroom decorated with rose petals and candles. He takes a glance at Jungkook, who lowers his gaze. Taehyung smiles a little and leads them towards the shower. You did all this. Jungkook nodded his head slightly while Taehyung smirked a little. Then let's make the moment worth decorating. Taehyung attaches his lips to Jungkook, and soon the fabric disappears from their body. They found warmth and heat in each other's presence.